Hate the sin, not the sinner. Nobody is the criminal at the time of his birth. These are the adverse circumstances which compel a man to fall into the evil ways. With these lines from Bible, the essential goodness of heart is clearly indicated. If any person is doing or committing any crime, it is not he is having habit to do something. These are the adverse circumstances which compel maximum of persons to fall into the evil ways. Good morning. This is Kailash Kisharwani from Kendriya Vidyalaya Panna, PGT English. Today I am going to deal with one of the important chapter of class 12th English score, that is rat trap. Selma Lagerlöf is the writer of this chapter. You can see the two figures are there where the tools which has been used as rat trap, it has been given to us. Later on, with the passage of time and the advancement which is made, the concept of rat trap is also changed. In the same manner, with the passage of time in this world, the attraction to be caught inside the trap has been changed. Sometimes people are trapped in the lust of power. Sometimes people are trapped in the lust of money. Sometimes people are trapped in the lust of glamour and many other things. So far as writer is concerned, Selma Lagerlöf was a Swedish writer whose stories has been translated in many languages. A universal theme runs through all of them. What is the theme? A belief that the essential goodness in a human being can be awakened through understanding and love. So this is what the real purpose of punishment, real purpose of sentence which has been given to the persons who are committing any kind of crime, which is given to them because the essential goodness is always there with the people, and that essential goodness can be awakened only through understanding and love, not by the severe and strict kind of punishment, because we are supposed to kill the evil thing, we are not supposed to kill the evil man. This story is having setting in the mines of Sweden, rich in iron ore, which figure large in the history and legends of that country. The story is told somewhat in a manner of fairy tale. So, a fairy tale kind of setting or atmosphere is created before us so far as this story is concerned. You can see the picture of Selma Lagerlöf, 20th November 1858 to 16th March 1940 is the duration for life. So far as title of the story is concerned, sometimes this question is set there in the exam. The rat trap is a metaphor to highlight the human predicament, just as a rat is fooled by a bat. This is what the title suggests. Just as a rat is fooled by a bat and gets trapped, most human beings are likely to fall into the trap of material benefits. So far as background is concerned, it has been already told to you. The story is set in the background of Sweden and the rich in iron ore which is, and the story has been somewhat told in the manner of a fairy tale. Then comes the theme of the chapter. The story upholds the belief that essential goodness of human beings can be awakened through love and understanding. This is what we have already told. Now, so far as the characters are concerned, there are major four characters in the story. The very first is Edla Wilmanson. Second one is Iron Master. Third one is Red Tape Peddler. And next one is Crofter. So these are some of the characters that are in the story. There is no any particular picture of the character. It is just an imaginary representation of the character what has been conveyed here. Apart from them, some more characters are also there, that is helpers in the mill and Master Smith in Amso's iron will in the Sweden. So these are what some more two characters are there. After it, we can come to the text. Here in the text, in the beginning of the chapter, we have been given certain phrases and we have to keep in mind and try to get the meaning. Here I would like to make it clear that do not go for dictionary meaning, because you cannot take your dictionary or the source of dictionary everywhere. Better go for contextual meaning, whatever you are getting out of the text which you are going to read. Keep body and soul together. Obviously, it is very easy. Plots along the road, impenetrable prison, eased his way, things have gone downhill. Hunger gleamed in his eyes, unwanted joy nodded a haughty consent and fallen into a line of thought. So these are the expressions which are used here in this chapter. These expressions are not only used for this chapter, but they can be the matter of your writing work, they can be the matter of speaking whenever you are talking with someone. Now the story starts from book page number 32. Once upon a time there was a man who went around selling a smart red trap of wire. He made himself at odd moments from the material he got by begging, and the stories are at the big farms. But even so, the business was not especially profitable, so he had to resort to both begging and petty thievery to keep body and soul together. Even so, his clothes were in rags, his cheeks were sunken, and hunger gleamed in his eyes. No one can imagine how sad and monotonous life can appear to such a vagabond who plods along the road left to his own meditations. But one day, this man had fallen into a line of thought which really seemed to him entertaining. He had naturally been thinking of his red trap, and suddenly he was struck by the idea that the whole world. So this is what the first part of the text has been given to us. Here I would like to mention you the students that generally we are going for summary and we are going for videos. But this is not a very good sign to learn language. Language is learnt when you are going through the real text. It has been brightly quoted by Francis Bacon in his one of the essays of study that summary are just like distilled water. Distilled water, you understand distilled water? The water which is pure but it is tasteless, it is colorless. You will not have a kind of enjoyment while you are reading any distilled water. The same kind of feeling you will have when you are going for summary. If you really want to enjoy the real pleasure of water, you have to go for the text. Plus, from this year, the alternate syllabus has come for class 12th English core. So, we have been given a lot of extract based questions, not only from Flamingo but also from the other book. So, we have to keep in mind that the text of the book must be read and extract based questions should be attempted more and more, so that we can have the possibility of the marks as well as we can have the real pleasure of book reading, the enjoying. The book is there to enjoy, the book is there to appreciate, the book is there to learn. You can see the picture of red trap seller, imaginary picture, who is going to sell the red trap. And this time when the character who is there with the red trap seller, he is not having very good condition, so we can go for the second representation of the character which has been presented. Now the vocabulary which has been used here, as I have already told you earlier, to keep the body and soul together means of survival. Hunger gleamed in his eyes means very hungry. One word, vagabond. You will be aware about this word throughout the text many a times. Vagabond, wanderer, the persons who moves here and there without any purpose. Next is plots along the road. Plots means walks along the road. Now, one of the extract based questions what I was talking about. Here is set for you. No one can imagine how sad and monotonous life can appear to such a vagabond who plods along the road left to his own meditations. But one day this man had fallen into the line of thought which really seemed to him entertaining. He had naturally been thinking of his red trap, but suddenly he was struck by the idea that the whole world about him, with its lands and seas, its cities, villages, was nothing but a big rat trap. So, this kind of questions are there. Very first is the man refers to the person who is talking about this man. This man refers to four options we have: iron master, red trap seller, adla. Now, next question is he comes to the world to a death. We have been given here. Find the words from the extract, a similar word for the word tedious. The vagabond led a monotonous life, but his thought dashed him. So, this is what the four options are there, and we are supposed to fill it. So, this man refers to here, the answer is a rat trap. He compares the world to a rat trap. Find the extract from a similar word for tedious, that is monotonous, boring. The vagabond had a monotonous life, but his thoughts dashed him, entertained him. So these are the options. Such kind of questions will definitely be the part of the exam. Then we come to the next part, and here we have to make a complete reading about it. Now for the next page we can come to the next paragraph. The world had of course never been very kind to him, so it gave him unwanted joy to think ill of it in this way. It became a cherished pastime of his during the many dreary ploddings. Here the meaning of plodding and dreary can be thought. Now we have to go for the contextual meaning, as I have already told you. The suggested vocabulary is given to you, but you have to go for your own meaning. That will be better, and that will be a lesson not only for this chapter but also for the whole life, because you cannot take dictionary with you, but you can get your dictionary sense with you all the time. He knew who had left themselves, he caught in dangerous snare, and of others who were still circling around the bed. The lines are philosophical. Generally a question is set there in the exam. The story is philosophical and entertaining. So obviously the thoughts are presented here. They are entertaining as well as philosophical, because even the person who is not having any kind of riches or money, he is thinking in a philosophical manner. Suddenly, although he cannot be that much intellectual, but suddenly a thought has come that this world is offering a lot of things to all of us where we are trapped, and these traps are different kind of greeds, and these greeds are leading the man to one or the another way. Every time we are in the trap, one time or the other. Rousseau, one of the great philosopher and thinker, who has said man is born free. Man is born free, but everywhere he is chained. So this is what the different rat traps are there with which the persons are trapped in this world. One dark evening, as he was trudging along the road, he caught sight of the little grey cottage boy by the roadside. He knocked on the door to ask shelter for the night. As I already told, the story is going in a fairy tale fashion, and after going through and shown the imagery of the countryside, the road, this time we are finding the main character of this story, that is Red Trap Seller, is watching a house. So this is time another character is going to introduce. Instead of sore faces which ordinarily met him, the owner, who was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk in his loneliness immediately. It is what we can compare with the general phenomena. When we are there in the house, some of the salesmen are coming to our house, and all the time we are not in the condition to entertain them, and obviously we have to pay some money when we are taking. So sometimes we are getting irritated and we are not showing sweet kind of faces to the salesmen who are coming to us. But this time the condition was different. The person who was living there in the house, he was not having wife or children. He just wanted a company of someone. So company has been offered in the form of the salesman who was there for selling the red traps. So he was showing the beautiful face, good face, sweet face, not the sore face to red trap seller. He put the porridge on the fire and gave him supper. Not only he is giving him good face and expressions, but also offered him certain kind of food. Then he carved off such a big slice from his tobacco roll, and it was enough both for the stranger's pipe and his own. Finally, he got out an old pack of cards and placed Meolis with his guest until bedtime. So, this is what a kind of card game which has been presented here, Meolis. Some suggested vocabulary has been given to us here. Now, food placed on the hook to trap a rat, here is, that is bait. Now, unwanted joy I was talking about, that is unusual. Dreary means dull. Ploddings means walks heavily. When the persons are not very much excited to walk at that time, his walking can be compared to a very heavy walking. And lack of energy can also one of the reason, as the red trap seller was not having proper diet on the day. Trudging along the road, walking slowly along the road, Meolis, a game played with playing cards and cherished to love and protect. Now again, extract based question is set for you regarding this. The world had of course never been kind to him, so it gave him unwanted joy. To think ill of it, in this way it became a cherished pastime of his during many dreary plodding, to think of people he knew who had let themselves be caught in the dangerous snares and others who were circling around the bed. So the vagabond found pleasure in his own way despite his dash life. You can think of the answer. Dreary life. He saved himself from the trap in the dash. That is what he saved himself from being trapped in the rat trap. Various days worked like beds, allurements, attractions. The vagabond felt that he was better off than in many ways others. So such kind of questions are the part of exam. What I have told you, you have to make more and more practice, and this practice can be done only when you are going for textual study of the chapter. The Iron Man was just as generous with his confidence as with the porridge and tobacco. The guest was informed at once that in his days of prosperity, his host had been a crofter at Ramso's ironworks. Some more vocabulary are used here, and these words we have to keep in mind while we are attempting any answer in the exam, especially the spellings of the word. Ramso's ironworks. He had worked on the land now that he was no longer able to do labor. It was his cow which supported him. Another important information, that how the crofter is getting the money. Yes, the bossy was extraordinary. We can get the contextual meaning of bossy here. Now, bossy is supposed to be the animal who is what giving the milk, and that is cow here. She should give milk for the creamery every day, the place where the milk is collected, and last month he had received all of 30 kroner. So this is what another vocabulary item has been conveyed to us. We have to keep in mind these words very important. The stranger must have seemed incredulous, for the old man got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch which hung on the nail and near the window frame, and picked out 3 wrinkled 10 kroner bills. These he held up for the eyes of the guest, knowingly. Now it is a very difficult time for red trap seller, as he is not having sufficient money. He has to work very hard to keep his soul and body together, and when he finds 3 kroner bills before his eyes, obviously anybody who is having lack of money and he requires money to a great extent, his conscience will definitely be shaken. He might go in the wrong way, because these are the adverse circumstances. These are the different taps. These are the different temptations which are compelling the man to go for the different ways. Now we have been given a suggested vocabulary. Some words are used here. Crofter, a person who works on a rented farm. An imaginary picture has been given to us. The person who is not having in his own land, he is taking the land on rent and then doing the agricultural work. Bossy is the Latin word bos used for cow. Creamery is a factory that produces cheese and cream. Kroner is a currency of Sweden. Incredulous, unbelieving. Now, in page number 34, the upper part of the chapter, we have been given the content along with some of the questions which has been given here. From whom, where did the peddler get the idea of the world being a rat trap? Why was he amused by this idea? Did the peddler expect the kind of hospitality that he received from the crofter? Why was the crofter so talkative and friendly with the peddler? Why did he show the 30 kroner to peddler? Did the peddler respect the confidence reposed him by the order, by the crofter? So this is what we can see the picture of kroners which has been given here, and here we have been given 6 questions, and these questions must be thought, must be meditated, must be written with correct vocabulary and correct wordings which has been used here, whether it is crofter, whether it is bossy, whether it is creamery, whether it is kroner. So these words must be there in our mind whenever we are attempting such kind of answers. So vocabulary has been conveyed to us. This picture is showing very much about the last page which we have not read, only questions are read. That kroner is tempted. The kroner is the source of temptation this time, and that rat trap seller might have taken the kroner. By this picture we are getting the guessing, and when we are going for the chapter we will be having this kind of idea of the storyline, that the rat trap seller, the vagabond, has taken the money and went away. Peddler, seller smashed, badly broken. Now we have been given suggested answers for that. Where did peddler got the idea? He had been thinking of his rat trap. Suddenly an idea came to him. Without any intentional thinking, the idea has come. The whole world was nothing but a big rat trap. It only set at the people, baits for people. It offered riches, joys, shelter. These are the different baits: riches, joys, shelter, clothing. As the rat trap offered cheese and pork, as soon as someone let himself be tempted to touch the bait, it closed on him. So if we are working for our roti, kapda and makan, so these are the different baits: bread, butter, shelter. They are the different baits for which we are supposed to be tempted. Why was he amused by the idea? Now the idea has come, and sometimes we are feeling without any feeling. Sometimes we are excited, sometimes we are amused, sometimes we are sad. So why the idea is amusing to the writer? His own life was sad and monotonous. He walked laboriously from place to place. The world has never been kind to him. So during his gloomy ploddings, this idea became his favorite pastime. He was amused how people let themselves be caught in the dangerous snare and how others were circling around the bed. Did the peddler expect the kind of hospitality he received from the crofter? Obviously, I have already told you, whenever we are in hurry, we are involved in our day-to-day work, and any seller or salesman come to us, we are not showing very good and pleasing kind of face to him or her. We are showing a kind of sore faces, but here the condition was different. The peddler was not expecting the kind of hospitality, the kind of care, the kind of respect what he has received from the crofter. Why was the crofter so talkative and friendly with the peddler? It has been rightly said by Aristotle, whosoever delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or God. So man always likes company. Somebody is there to share what is going on here and there. So this is what the need of the crofter. He was not having wife or children, he was all alone. And he wants the company to talk to someone. That is the reason he was talkative and friendly with someone, because once he has got the chance to talk to someone. Why did he show 30 kroner to the peddler? Generally, the persons are very much possessive and they are very much doubtful about the persons who are unknown to them. But here he has shown these 30 kroner. It was really very surprising. But here Crofter has given a kind of, we can say, assurance to the guest. He should not feel hesitated, because once we are sharing our secrets with someone, there can be the possibility that he might cheat us, but there is also a possibility the other person is also open to us and he will not feel any kind of hesitation while we are sharing our thoughts to each other. So this story is dealing with the very important aspect of human life, that we should not trust to all the person, but it should not be that we should not trust to anyone. We must trust, but we have to be very much careful. Did the peddler respect the confidence reposed on him by the crofter? Okay, so no, definitely he has taken the kroners and ran away. So this time the red trap was there, and this time these kroners were the source of beats. And in that particular red trap, the tramp, the vagabond, was entrapped. Now we come to the next part of the chapter, and he is going here and there. He walked and walked without coming to the end of the wood. And finally he realized that he had only been walking around the same part of the forest. All at once he recalled his thoughts about the world and the red trap. Now his own turn had come. As the entertaining idea of red trap was coming to him, that a lot of baits are there in which the humankinds are entrapped. He himself this time entrapped, he was not able to find the way. He was there in the forest. He had let himself be fooled by a bat that had been caught. The whole forest, with its trunks and branches, the thickets and fallen closed upon him like a impenetrable prison from which he could never escape. So this is why the story is entertaining this time. Here the writer Selma Lagerlof is entertaining us by another metaphor of red trap. Here the red trap is a forest, and different kind of beads are has been given us, like trunks, branches, thickets and fallen logs. So this is what an impenetrable prison from which the sailor could not be saved. Now word thicket has been used here, that is what the dense group of bushes. You can see the picture and get the idea. Impenetrable, impassable. Now we are coming to the next one, as he was finding there is no any way and very soon he is going to die. Suddenly he find an idea, a heart thumping sound. There was no doubt what he was. He raised himself. Those are the hammer strokes from an iron helmet, and he thought there must be people nearby. He summoned all his strength and got up and staggered in the direction of the sound. Now another vocabulary important item, very important word has come, Ramsu's ironwork. The setting of the story is this time getting changed from the house of the crofter. The setting is going from one place to another, that is Ramsu's ironworks. The story is just like a fairy tale before our eyes. One slide is changing with the other. This time it was closed down. It was a large plant, smelter, rolling mill, forge. In summertime, long line of heavily loaded barges and scows slid down the canal, which led to a large inland lake. In the winter time, the roads near the mill were black from all the coal dust which sifted down from the big charcoal crates. So here are a lot of vocabulary items here. There we can understand it with the help of some words here. A building or establishments where iron is melted or products are made, that is iron mill. And stammered to walk with difficulty, a machine with which the metal is used to make a form, that is staggered, smelter, later on forge, and a shop where metal is heated. A rolling mill, a machine to roll metal into sheets. Barges, long floated bottom boat for carrying freight on canals and rivers. Scows, a flat boat used for transporting cargo to and from ships in the harbour. Inland, set down crates, large boxes used for transporting or storing things. So this is what the vocabulary has been conveyed to us. Now furnace, bellows, anvil, shovel, maw, furnace, these are the words used here which we can better understand with the help of this picture. We have been given another part, that is in page number 36, and suggested vocabulary for that page: haughty, arrogant, tramp, vagabond, ragamuffin, person, rags, slouched, hat bent on one side of the head, window panes, sooty panes, covered in a soot, black powder pouch when coal and wood is burned. In the second part of page number 36, but of course it is you, Nils Ove. The story is getting developed this time. The iron master has come and he was thinking that trap seller as their old friend. The man with the red trap had never seen the iron master as Ramso and did not even know what this name was. It occurred to him that if fine gentleman thought he was an old acquaintance, he might perhaps throw him a couple of kroner. Therefore, he did not want to undeceive him all at once. Yes, God knows things have gone downhill with me. Downhill means has been here hard. You should not have resigned from regiment, said the iron master, who was thinking that particular red trap seller as his old friend there in regiment. That what a mistake. If I only had still been in the service of that time, I would never have happened. Well, now of course you will come home with me. He is inviting him to his house to go along the manor house, be received by the owner like an old regimental comrade. However, did not please the tramp. But tramp was not. The word tramp has been used here for vagabond, for red trap seller. He was not at all happy by the idea because he was in hurry. He just want to leave the place because he has stolen 30 kroners from someone. He was not happy the idea and would be a guest. The word tramp has been used here. The person who travels from place to place on foot in search of work, as an vagrant or beggar. Now manor house, a large country house. No, I could not think of it, he said, looking quite alarmed. He thought of the 30 kroner to go up to the manor house would be like throwing himself voluntarily into the lion's den. He only wanted a chance to sleep here in the fort and then sneak away as inconspicuously as possible. This is what he was thinking. The ironmaster assumed that he felt embarrassed because of his miserable clothing. The ironmaster was thinking, please don't think that I have such a fine home that you cannot show yourself there. He was thinking that the other person is feeling hesitated, uncomfortable. He said, Elizabeth is dead. And as you may have already have heard, my boys are abroad and there is no one at home except my oldest daughter and myself. We were just saying that it was too bad we didn't have any company for Christmas. Now come along with me and help us to make the Christmas food disappear a little faster. This is what he is inviting. Nobody was there to celebrate the Christmas with them, only his daughter was there. So this paragraph is giving us some idea about the character Iron Master, that his wife Elizabeth is no more. His sons were there in abroad and he was living with his daughter only. Sneak away inconspicuously. Now in the next part, but the stranger said no and no again, and the Iron Master said that he must give in. We have been given certain questions here. After going through this chapter, we can go for these questions. One more word, valet, has been used here. He laughed to himself and went away, and Blacksmith, who knew him, understood very well that he had not said his last word. And Blacksmith was understanding that his master, that is Iron Master, has not spoken his last word. Although the peddler was not ready to go over there. It was not more half an hour before they heard the sound of carriage wheels outside the forge, and a new guest come. But this time it was not the Iron Master. He had sent his daughter, apparently hoping that she would have more convincing power of persuasion than himself. She entered, followed by a valet, carrying on his own arm a big fur coat. She was not at all pretty, but seemed modest and quite shy. In the forge, everything was just as it had been earlier in the evening. The black master smith His apprentice still sat on their bench, and iron and charcoal still glowed in the furnace the stranger had. Now we can see the picture here. Adela arrives in a carriage. Some questions are given to us. Why did the peddler decline the invitation? He had stolen the money, afraid of being caught, accepting the invitation, and Loic throwing himself under the lion's den, he was thinking. Now stretched himself out on the floor and with the stretched himself out on the floor and lay with the piece of pig iron under his head and his head put over his eyes. As soon as the young girl caught sight of him, she went up and lifted his head. The man was evidently used to sleeping with one eye open. He jumped up abruptly and seemed to quite frightened. My name is Adela Wilmanson, the young lady girl. My father come home and said that you wanted to sleep here in the forge tonight. Then I asked permission to come and bring you home to us. I am so sorry, Captain. You are having such a hard time. They were thinking him as a captain. She looked at him compassionately with her heavy eyes, and then she noticed the man was afraid. Either he has stolen something or has escaped from jail. So this is what indirectly or unconsciously she is able to know what exactly the situation was. She thought and added quickly, you may be sure, Captain, that you will be allowed to leave us just as free as you came. Only please stay with us over Christmas Eve. This is what the request she has made. Now the suggested vocabulary is given here, that crude iron as in first obtained from smelting furnace in the form of long blocks. It would never have occurred to me that you would bother with me myself, miss. He said, I will come at once. He accepted the fur coat which the valet handed him with a deep bow. He threw it over his legs. We can see the picture of fur coat even here. The next day it was Christmas Eve when the ironmaster came into the dining room for breakfast. He probably thought with the satisfaction of his old regimental comrade whom had run across so unexpectedly. First of all, we must see it that he gets a little flesh on his bones. Previously, he has not taken food for a very long time. He was looking very thin. He said to his daughter that we have to arrange some food for him, who was busy at the table. It is strange that things have gone downhill with him. Very different situations were there. You must have patience, my little girl, said the father. As soon as he gets clean and dressed up, you will see something different. Last night he was naturally embarrassed. The tramp manners will fall away from him, the tramp clothes. Although he was not wearing very good kind of clothes, his nature and behavior was also there. Once he is cleaned, he is dressed up, obviously a different person will be there. Just as he said, this door opened and a stranger entered. Yes, he was truly clean and well dressed. The valet had bathed him, cut his hair, shaved him. Moreover, he was dressed in a good looking suit of clothes which belonged to the iron master. He wore a white shirt and a starched collar and whole shoes. But although the guest was now so groomed, the iron master did not seem pleased. Generally, we see the pleasurable face and we are feeling pleasure. But here the condition was iron master was different. He looked at him with his puckered brow, and it was easy to understand that when he had seen the strange fellow in the uncertain reflection from the furnace, he might have made a mistake. But that now, when he stood there in the broad daylight, it was impossible to mistake him for an old acquaintance. And this time they were able to understand that it was not their old acquaintance. It was not their old comrade, friend, person there in the army. Some words are there, puckered, wrinkled, groomed, ready. What does this mean? He thundered. The stranger made no attempts to dissimulate. He saw at once that the splendor had come to an end. Now, hospitality, the food, the dress, the rest, the house, the shelter, all things have been settled this time. He was aware that now his identity is revealed to him. He was not their own friend. And what he is saying, it is very important. Sometimes it is part of the exam. That what he has said in his defense when he was recognized that he is not the old comrade. It is not my fault, sir. I never pretended to be anything but a poor trader. I pleaded and begged to be allowed to stay in the forge, but no harm has been done at first. I can put on my rags again and go away, he was thinking and saying. Now, the vocabulary related to this word has been given to us. Sheriff. The iron master was threatening him that he is going to report to sheriff, but in that time the daughter stopped him to do so. Rinse and pox has been given to her. Pork is a flesh of pig used as food, especially when uncured. Or rinse, a tough outer skin of a certain fruit, especially citrus fruit, which has been used as a page. Now this picture is giving us some idea about this particular page when the iron master was saying that you will be regretted, might be possible, if you are not allowing me to send this fellow out. But Adela was thinking and saying that we should not say him to leave, at least it is Christmas Day and we have to make him feel homely. Interceded, invented, wreath, miserable condition. The picture is showing that how the person is feeling miserable. That was the condition of that peddler at that time. Now, although the identity is revealed to them, although Adela is aware about the person this time that it was not their old acquaintance, still he was given very good treatment there at the table. Mumbled to say something indistinctly and quietly, churchman. He looked at the young girl who had interceded for him. Why had she done it? Obviously, when the persons are thinking that he is not that much good and what kind of goodness he is receiving, he is surprised. Such kind of condition was there of that rat trap seller. That although he does not belong to them, but why this lady is behaving in such a good manner. At noon they woke him up and he could save his share of his good Christmas fare, but he slept again. It seemed though as for many years he had not been able to sleep as quietly as here at Ramsu. So he was just enjoying the sleep. His heart was satisfied this time that yes, certain kind of goodness is there in the world and that goodness is very important. In the evening, when the Christmas tree was lighted, they woke him up again and stood for a while in the drawing room, blinking as though the candlelight hurt him, but after that he disappeared 2 hours later. He was aroused once more, then he go down into the dining hall and eat the Christmas fish and porridge. He was given very good kind of hospitality. As soon as they got up from the table, he went around to each one present and said thank you and good night. When he came to the young girls, he gave him understand that it was her father's intention that the suit which he wore was to be Christmas present. So this is what they have decided. He did not have to return it. If he wanted to spend next Christmas Eve in the place where he could rest in peace, be sure no evil would befall him. He would be welcomed back again. So this kind of good behavior to a strange man has been given, who is not having any kind of relation to them, although it was not their acquaintance, but still she was saying not only this year, but if he wants to come next year to be their guest, he is welcome. The man with the red cap did not answer anything to this. He only stared at the young girl in boundless amazement. Obviously, it was a matter of amazement. The next morning, the iron master and his daughter got up in a good season to go in the early Christmas service. And there news has come to them. The news was there related with the robbing of the crofter, and father was getting angry. As the father was getting angry, that Adela has given too much attention to that fellow. Some questions are given for us, some suggested answers. When did the iron master realize his mistake? When the peddler was given a bath, a haircut, and had a shave, the iron master realized at the breakfast table the tramp did not look like his regimental comrade, that he had made a mistake. What made peddler accept Adela Williamson's invitation? We have to go for our own creative points as well. These are the suggested answers only. Why did Edla entertain the peddler when she came to know the truth about him? This is what a very important turning point here in this chapter as well from the story point of view. Edla was a very kind lady. She empathized with the poor peddler and understood how difficult his life had been. She was able to understand his loneliness and poverty. She entertained him even though she knew he was. Although it was Christmas Eve and she wanted to extend Christmas cheer and goodwill to him. So we have been given some more aspects for that. And Valet answered the fellow that he had gone once they have reached the house after paying Christmas service to the church. He had not been taken anything with him at all. On the contrary, he had left a little package which Miss Williamson was to be kind enough to accept as a Christmas present. This is what the information had been conveyed by Valet. The young girl opened the package, which was so badly done up, and the contents came into view at once. She gave a little cry of joy. She found a little small letter, and it lay 3 wrinkled 10 kroner notes. But that was not at all. In the red trap lay also a letter written in large jagged characters, honored and noble miss, since you have been so nice to me all day long, if I was a captain, I want to be nice to you in return as if I was a real captain. For I do not want you to be embarrassed at this Christmas season by a thief, but you can give back the money to the old man on the roadside who has the money pouch hanging on the window frame as a bait for poor wanderers. The rat trap is a Christmas present from a rat who would have been caught in this world rat trap if he had not been raised to a captain the way he got power to clear himself. Written with friendship and high regards, Captain Von Steele. So that trap seller has been a completely changed man this time. He has taken those 30 kroner rupees, but he has left there with the red trap as a gift as well as letter. The goodness, the good nature of the person has changed him completely. Now we have been given certain textual questions. Why did peddler sign himself as Captain Von Steele? Generally a very important question asked in the exams. The peddler accepted and welcomed the house as Captain Von Steele. Edla's kind treatment in spite of knowing the reality. She treated him like a captain, awakened the goodness of heart, behaved in a dignified manner. So he has done it out of that goodness. We have been given these 6 questions from the understanding of the text, and from the exam point of view they are very important because we have been given that particular answer in 120 to 150 words as well. Now some suggested points are given. For example, what are the instances in the story that show that the character of Iron Master is different from that of his daughter in many ways? So we have been given suggested points like Iron Master, the owner of Ranso's ironwork. We have to given in the beginning. He was a very vigilant observer. He was visiting the mill. It is the time of night for supervision. He was very kind and sympathetic to peddler. He was thinking his old comrade as Nils Olof, and he was angry when he came to know that it was not so. He was threatening him that he will call to sheriff. Edla was more observant than her father. He saw the peddler first time and thought him he is either a thief or a jailbreaker. So this is what the first idea has come to her. Anyway, she has insisted her father not to send them away but to stay and celebrate Christmas with them. She invited, and her tenderness and kind behavior aroused the essential goodness in the peddler. So we have been given these suggested questions along with us, and next exercises are there. We are there for the text as well. The story is both entertaining and philosophical. I have already told you. So we can go for this question. The red trap focuses on human loneliness and need to bond with others. This is what frequently asked questions. No doubt the story focuses on human loneliness and the need to bond with others. The protagonist of the story, that is Peddler, was a beggarman who had no family and led a lonely one. He had no companion to talk, so he left to his own attraction. The crofter was also a lonely man with no wife and children. He saw the peddler was happy to get someone to talk to. That's why he treated him with good food and tobacco. However, the iron master's daughter Edla too was leading a lonely life. They just want the company of people. The iron master's wife long ago and Lance lived abroad. They had no family and friends to celebrate Christmas. The story deals with the loneliness of human beings in different situations in their struggle to cope with loneliness. There is a very nice difference between the word contact and connections. In our mobile phones, we have a lot of names and contacts. We are in the contact with them. We are not making them call frequently. We are making them call when we have need to them. So this is what we are in contact, but we are not having connection with each other. We have a lot of means of communication, still we are feeling very lonely. This loneliness leads to different social vices. So we have to share, we have to care, we have to be aware with whom we have to make the connections frequently. The story is entertaining and philosophical. This is what it has been told to us. The things are presented in a very humorous manner. The story has a clear and excellent progression of the theme, element of curiosity from the beginning till the end. Every time the story changes. The climax of the story is enthralling. Adela and Iron Master came back from the church with the idea that obviously Peddler has looted their property, but again surprised, they find a gift and stolen money left by him. So this is what another exercise has been given to us in the form of reflexive pronoun, that is self-pun. We have to attempt it. That's the use of language, the common use, the Mjolnir, the game of card in Sweden. Now here in Durgolplaner region, Chopper could be an example. So we are having a lot of local names of the games we have to mention. Here we can talk about the character analysis. The major character is Villinda Wilmanson. Not at all pretty, but modest and quite shy, exceptionally kind, wise and perspective. She is the most positive figure in this story. Her compassion and generosity are the reason for the peddler's transformation. Another character is Iron Master. He is rich. He is the owner of large iron factory. His greatest ambition was to ship out good iron to the market. That is what he is not having any kind of greed, but he believes in the quality. He is not a very good observer, as we have seen in comparison to her daughter. His daughter, not a good judge of character. When he mistakes the red trap seller as his old friend, he tried to help him. He did not insult him because of his worth out condition. He took him to his own house and cared for him. Wanted to throw him out of his house. Nevertheless, the tortoise request he behaved very nicely with him. Old Crofter was somebody who rented a small farm with a plot or land and giving a house on it. A tenant farmer who paid his tenancy with manpower instead of cash. The person, the old crofter who represented, is lonely, without wife or children, played Mjolnir, shared tobacco, shared supper of porridge, welcomed the red trap seller. So, we have been given the sources. Thanks for Google Images and Wikipedia for making this lesson fruitful for our children as well as very important for our children. Thanks for watching.